Hi, I'm telling you a bit about climate change, and one of the aspects of it's important, transport. Everyone drives a car, trucks carry stuff around. There's been a lot of concern about fuel crises and problems in the Middle East and all the rest of that, and what are we going to do about it? Well, everything you've heard is basically a lie, because there's already many alternatives to oil and petrol as far as transport goes. Number one thing is a thing called a hydrogen fuel cell vehicle. Honda already produces a production car called the Honda Clarity, as you can see here. Honda Clarity uses hydrogen fuel cells, zero emissions apart from water vapor. It's not technology that we need to develop, it's technology that's already here in existence. Why aren't we using it in Australia? Well, that's a very good question. It's not that the Greens don't know about it. I know the Greens know about it because I told them. Why aren't they using it? Hard to say. Another thing that we have here is electric vehicles, the Tesla Roadster. All that stuff you've heard about electric vehicles being no good in development, not having enough range, not being fast enough, not being powerful enough, that's all a lie. They already exist. And the last thing that you've got is hydrogen burning vehicles. It takes hydrogen and oxygen, burns them in a combustion chamber, just like regular petrol cars, as you can see here. Some people say that these things are no good, they're too dangerous and all the rest of that. That's also a complete lie. Some people say hydrogen's too expensive to produce. Also a complete lie. It's not that hard if you use a wind turbine to produce it now, is it? Bit of a no-brainer, really. Now, why should we switch away from oil and petrol onto these other clean environmental forms of transport? Well, for one, it makes the air clean. Instead of living in a city burdened by pollution and smog where the very air you breathe is poison, you get a bit of water on the streets and that's about it. Not really that big a problem. And the other main reason is, if you're not dependent on oil, you're not dependent on the Middle East. So whatever happens in the Middle East, they go to war, they go to crazy, American invades, whatever, it's not going to make a difference to the Australian economy. For that reason alone, we should be switching over from petrol and oil to hydrogen fuel cell, electric cars, and hydrogen burning cars. The lie is the corporations can't produce these things. That's clearly not true. In California, they passed an electric car bill where 10% of all vehicles made and sold in California had to be electric. The company stepped to it and did like that, until of course legal wrangling and manoeuvres by interest bodies killed the electric car. You might have seen the movie. So that's a clear evidence that the government just says all car companies have to produce a certain amount of electric vehicles, or hydrogen fuel cell vehicles, or hydrogen burning vehicles every year. They will. What I'd do is I'd say next year, 2009, 10% of the vehicles have to be hydrogen fuel cell, hydrogen burning, or electric. 2010, 20, 2011, 30, 2012, 40. That's what I would do. Why isn't the government doing this? I don't know. You tell me.